So, what is the difference between love and lust or love and infatuation? How do I know if I really have love for another person or if it's just like a shallow emotion? And how do I know if someone really loves me or if they're just infatuated by me or lusting after me? How do I know the difference between things like that? So, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4, let's just start there and let's read the definition of love, and then I want to make some applications. Love is patient, love is kind, is not jealous, does not brag, is not arrogant, does not act unbecomingly, that is, it's not rude or crude or caustic. It does not seek its own, it's not selfish. It is not provoked or easily provoked. You don't have to walk on eggshells around it. Does not take into account a wrong suffered. That is, it's forgiving. Does not rejoice in unrighteousness. It does not enjoy sin or evil or things like that. Rejoices with the truth. And so it will tell you the truth. Someone who loves you will always tell you the truth, and someone who has genuine love is into truth. They're not into some sort of fantasy that is detached from reality. They're not trying to hold on to some sort of inaccurate view of themselves or life or the world. They can handle the truth, and that's what they want. They just want what's the truth about me and what's the truth about our relationship, etc. They don't have their head in the sand. Then it says, it bears all things, it believes all things. That is, if there's no evidence to the contrary. It's not naive, but at the same time, it is not suspicious and incredibly jealous. It hopes all things, it is optimistic, it endures all things, it's long suffering. Love never fails, verse 8, and that's 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8, probably the best definition of love that I've ever run across, and I've never seen it topped by anybody. So, applications here. All right. Genuine love is in the driver's seat. Infatuation or lust is you're a mere passenger. That would be one difference. Genuine love, there is something I must do. If it's lust, I expect others to do things for me. Genuine love is others-centered. The great commandments: love God with all your heart, love your neighbor as yourself. Or, as Jesus summed it up in Matthew 7:12, however you want people to treat you, so treat them. Philippians chapter 2, about 3 and 4, Paul said, do not merely look out for your own personal interests, but also for the interests of others. Love, others-centered. Love is, what about God? What does he want me to do? And love is, what about the other people around me? Lust is all about self. And so usually when you are involved in lust or infatuation, it is, look what's happening to me. I can't believe this has happened to me. It's all about what the person is doing for you and how, and you're depending upon them to make you feel good. It's your job to make me feel good and things like that. Love, it's about, how can I help you? How can I serve you? How can I make you a better person? Genuine love is not dependent upon feelings. Obviously, there are feelings involved, but genuine love is not dependent upon them. Genuine love still does the right thing, even when it doesn't feel like it at the moment. Genuine love will get up and go to work and provide for family, even when you're not 100%. But that's what genuine love will do. Lust, infatuation, very dependent upon feelings. Well, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it today, not in the mood type of thing. That's infatuation. Love sees the big picture. Love, long-range thinking in love. Before I say something, how is this going to affect the relationship? Before I do something, what are the long-term consequences of this? Lust, I'm only going to be around as long as the feeling lasts. Genuine love is, I'm in it for the long haul. You can depend on me. That's one reason for marriage vows. People realize the reason people do marriage vows is people realize that we can be fickle and selfish at times. And so we're going to stand up before witnesses, other people, and make really important promises to one another. And we're going to give our word and we're going to swear an oath to one another because we want that to bind us together, because there are times that we know that we're not going to feel it and that we're not going to be very lovable, or they're not going to seem very lovable, and etc., that the emotion and feelings are not going to be there, and it's going to be a real difficult situation. And so we want to have that promise there that keeps us together and helps us when we go through some of the downtimes in life. I mean, that's why we have vows. Love is, I will always be there for you. Okay. Lust is, I'll be there just as long as I feel it, or until somebody else comes along that I feel more for. Love is very patient, and so love is never going to say things like, come on, I know we're not married, but let's have sex anyway, because, we're engaged and we're kind of almost married. And love is also not going to make the argument, if you really love me, you'll do this for me, or you need to prove your love to me. That's what lust says. That's what infatuation says. Lust is impatient. Lust cannot wait. Lust wants to sleep together prior to marriage. And at the same time, lust will not commit. Lust wants something really big from you. Lust wants a big commitment from you, that you give your whole self to him or her, but it is not willing to commit at the same time. Love serves. Lust is a tyrant. Okay. Lust is a narcissist. It's all about me and what I want and what you do for me, and you need to make me feel good, etc. And lust does not look at itself. Okay. Lust does not look at itself. Lust will make stupid statements like, come on, there's nothing wrong with having sex before marriage because it's just a bodily function like going to the bathroom. And my warning to you is, if you get involved with someone sexually who feels like that the sexual act is like going to the bathroom, then the sexual act with them is going to feel like going to the bathroom. I'm just making it very clear there. If that's how low they consider it, then it's not going to be that great of experience. Just going to tell you that. Lust is always looking for like the perfect lover out there, but never looking at itself and realizing it's not a very skilled lover. Okay? Lust can be incredibly demanding. Lust makes demands. Lust keeps pushing you to compromise, to give in, etc. Come on. Lust is also, if I do this for you, then what are you going to do for me? Yeah. Lust treats the relationship as a bartering, as that we're selling things, that we're trading things, okay? Lust treats it more like a business than a relationship. A couple other things I wanted to take a look at as well. Love will always encourage you to follow God's truth, okay? And love will never lead you away from what is right or true. Love will not try to distance you from good friends. That is really good, influential people in your life. Love is not going to try to divide a wedge between you and the good people in your life. Lust wants to isolate you, okay? That's what lust does. Lust manipulates. Also, love is not going to stand by and say nothing when you're self-destructing. If you're doing drugs, love is going to call you on it. If you're looking at porn, love is going to challenge you. If you're not doing right, if you're not going to services, you're not worshiping God, then love is going to lovingly correct you and say, you're better than that. You're capable of more than that. Lust will make excuses for you. Lust will lie for you. Love will never lie for you. I mean, there are dumb songs like, if loving you is wrong, then I don't want to be right. I mean, that's just dumb. I mean, some of those things we just need to, what's that all about? So, love will not laugh about, ignore, or excuse or justify the presence of sin in its life or your life. Love believes the best about you, will encourage you, and will encourage you to reach your potential as either a woman or a man. Um, Love may get discouraged or sad, but it will never leave. And love does not view a marriage as a trial marriage. That's also another dumb statement people say. Well, that was a trial marriage, like their first starter home, or that was a starter marriage. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? That was a starter marriage. Um, Love doesn't say crazy things like that. Um, Love will treat you with respect. Love will act like a guest in your house. Okay? Love will pick up after itself. Love will not just make messes and ignore them, right? Love will not just come home and see you working hard and then flop on the couch or go into some room and play video games or whatever. I mean, love's a servant. Love isn't lazy, okay? But infatuation can be incredibly lazy. Love is not waiting for you to do something so it can explode. Love will not run you down. Okay, love sees its own faults clearly. Love will encourage you, but love will not pick at you constantly. And love will not play the role of the hypocrite, where it's like questioning your phone calls and questioning your emails, but he won't let you see his cell phone or his emails. That's lust. Lust is secretive. Okay, lust has a hidden life. Lust will not share passwords with you, email accounts, those sort of things. Lust will hide money from you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Love will never treat you like a liability. When you get ill or sick, love will not leave, but lust can. Yeah, lust can easily leave when you get sick or you get cancer or you gain a few extra pounds, etc. Yeah, lust can leave over all sorts of different situations. And so those are some things that I wanted to take a look at in this particular episode. Hopefully that was helpful, not only to make sure that you get involved with the right person, but also that you are the right person as well. When it comes to relationships, be very honest up front. I know what helped me years ago is that I was not a Christian. I was just a regular old sinner. My wife shows up, did not compromise, made it very clear who she was, made it very clear what her priorities were, made it very clear that she loved God more than me, made it very clear what her values were, and that helped me. And so if you are the right person and make it very clear who you are and what your values are, yes, you will scare away all the chameleons and the posers, but you want to scare away the chameleons and the posers because that will leave you with the people that are ready to say, okay, you're the real deal, and I'm willing to be the real deal as well. Life's too short. Life's too short to be involved with any chameleon. Until next time, my name is Mark.